Here's a small video to understand how you can approach the trigonometry questions. So trigonometry, as we know, it's all about triangles, and this is the most used topic in Living Cert. So it's very important that we should understand how to start with the trigonometry question. Okay, so always kids get confused with what rule to apply or how should I start the question, etc. So it's a small video for you to help. Now here, whenever you see trigonometry, you see whether there's a right angle triangle or not. So that's the first thing what you do. Okay, so if you see a right angle triangle, there are only two things which you can work with. One is the Pythagoras theorem. And the second one is trigonometric ratios, which is nothing but sine, cos and tan. Okay, when do we use Pythagoras? When do we ratios? Pythagoras usually work when you have the sides given, the sides of the triangle, and the trig ratios when you have the angles given. And if it is not a right angle triangle, it means it is just a scalene triangle. Okay, in that case, you work with sine rule and cos rule. When do we use sine rule? When you have sides and angles given. So at least there should be two sides or two angles, because the sine rule talks about a by sine A is equal to b by sine B. So only then you will be able to work with it. When do we use cos rule? Where you have maybe two sides and one angle. Okay, because the cos rule is a square is equal to b square plus c square plus 2ab sine c. Cos c. Okay, so that's where we work with the cos rule. Now, how will you work when you have to work with area of a triangle? Okay, so you know the area of the triangle, the basic equation is half times base times height. Okay, rarely we will use this in Living Cert because it's mostly on a junior cert and primary level. So usually we might not have to work, but there are some cases where I've seen some questions where you had to work with this formula of area. But what is the area of a normal triangle is half AB sine C. Okay, this is one formula. Second formula, area is equal to half x1 y2 minus x2 y1. Okay, when do we use both of these? The first formula is used when you have a triangle and they are given two sides and then an angle which is subtending. So let me just explain that first. Okay, this is what I'm explaining now. So if you have a triangle like this, and if you have three sides A, B and C, and this is A, this is B and this is C, if I'm working with this side and this side, the area will be half AB sine C. What is C? C is the angle which is between those two sides. Similarly, you can work with all the other sides. Okay. Now, when do we work with this equation? That is where you have a triangle where one vertex is at 0, 0. Okay. And the other vertex are x1, y1, and this is x2, y2. Then the area can be found out using this second formula. And what if there is no vertex which is 0, 0? Then you have to transform it. You have to transform the coordinates so that it stays in one part. One is 0, 0, and then you will then you can use this formula and then work and find out the area.